now that the battery's hooked up, we had a good test run. 3, 2, 1, fire! That's a little better. You're all 350 cubic inches, so that's small block Chevy comes to life. So Steve's already looks like they got some everything coming off there. It's actually the first time this group of students have worked together during this engineering. Now we took this demonstration on the road. You'll see them do it at places like the Daytona 500, the Charlotte 4-wide NHRA Nationals. It's a ton of monster games, like monster game World Finals, Orlando, even Nashville next year. So you can see we've already got headers coming off. I can smell that race fuel, man. That's a great smell.
Hey, take your breathers off.
See, there's a lot of teamwork and cooperation in this. It's the first time. It's really beautiful staff, and that's normal. But you know, they've got the guiding eyes and their head coach Paul Higgins back here, just like they're going to have in class. They're going to let you have it 20 to 1 to that means that no matter what you're doing, you're going to learn hands-on just like they're doing right now. But you're going to have the guiding hand of an expert right behind you, to make sure you get everything right. You see, we've already got rocker arms getting busted loose over here.
Hey, Chief. You know the very first time we ever did this?
The very first time we ever did this, we did it for a one-time thing in Daytona, Florida. And we had never actually practiced it. I think we made a whopping good time of 45 minutes. And if I'm not mistaken, Matt Dawn, who now works for Monster Jam on the Grave Digger truck, weren't you on the very first team, the very first time you did it in Daytona? Yeah. And look at where you've come to now. Working on the legendary Grave Digger. Can you top that?
That does not go in that hole.
Coach, you didn't say that right. Grave Digger!
That does not go in that hole.
Woo! 10 out of 10.
Matt, what was it like to get to do this engine tear down challenge at some events like the Daytona 500? What's it like getting to be the
I just start in the middle.
It was a big set that first time we went down there. We literally went down there, no practice, just kind of jumped in. We all felt confident, we knew what we were doing, but we knew we were going to hit some snags along the way. Like you said, it took us about 45 minutes our first time. That was definitely going a little bit slower than what these guys are doing. And we also took a pretty big break in the middle of it all. But it really set me up to kind of understand how we work under these high pressure situations that we get here at Monster Jam every day. Like just going through and working on changing motors, fixing everything that we have in this truck, maintaining those trucks throughout the week. It really gave me my first experience of doing all that stuff under high intense pressure situations.
Now, Matt, you did great, but I don't think you did as good as the team that came after you, because the team that came after you had a super All right, backstory for those that don't know, Brendan Rassel and Chance Hawley were also on the Motorsports team, now work at the university. Brendan Rassel drove a competitive truck next to Grave Digger called El Toro Loco. And Brendan and Chance had the pleasure of having a record time on the engine teardown of, I think it was 16 minutes. 17-17. And that stood until Daytona, Florida this year when the current pro team, Dylan, what was your time?
14:41.
15 something in Daytona.
Oh, 15 something, that's right. We did it a month ago. Was it
14:41 now.
14:41 is the record time. No pressure, guys. Keep going. 45 minutes down to 14. Actually, I think we did that in front of Frankie. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just sitting down. So Brendan and I did learn a lot from Coach Higgins over here, and I think these guys who broke the record, the only reason they broke the record is because they learned from us.
Yeah, right.
One thing about UNOH, Brendan and I were up here working with each other. I'm a little tiny town in southeast Ohio called Nelsonville. It's about 600 people. Matt comes from the Wisconsin over there in New Jersey. And Brendan comes from a place where 4,000 people, 16 hours away, in Bloom Science, South Dakota. So that's kind of one of the cool things about UNOH. You know, we've had students from over 70 different foreign countries come here to take this high performance program. And that really speaks to, you know, the uniqueness of the program. Getting students to come from all over the world to learn how to work on these race cars. As you can see, we're actually moving pretty quick here. We've already got pistons coming out. Now, when all 8 of those pistons come out, that's what we consider a teardown time. And anything under about 8 minutes is a pretty fast teardown time. So I think we're going to be sub 7 minutes here today. I don't want to hype them up too much. I don't know how Alex down there at the bottom's even going over those fogged up glasses.
I don't know if that's better.
You know, that we've discovered the trial there. You know, the bottom guy on this energy teardown is actually really great for your skin. He's taking a delicious bath in that honey colored Venus oil down there. It's really going to help
Grab
with
his
the
cap.
soul.
Look at that.
Really opens the doors.
He's beating those rod caps off. It looks like we've just got 4 pistons to come out. And you'll see the moment that last piston comes out, they're going to start going back in. There is going to be no break in between this. That was actually something we did on the first teardown. We would actually take a break in the middle of it. And now I think we've done teardown shorter than that break.
Yeah. Need to explain that honestly, this is the first time this one have done this in front of you.
Yeah, I did mention this is the first time these 4 have done it in a live setting. So they're feeling a lot of pressure right now, but they stay loose. They haven't torn anything up yet, so I think they're all right. Now, has anybody in the crowd ever watched a show called Engine Power by Power Nation? Anybody ever see stuff from Power Nation on TV? So a good buddy of mine and Brennan's, he was actually on the team, working right out of the shop, did the teardown with me and Brennan. Now it's a teardown time. They've got all these pistons out. Let's give them a big round of applause for these viewers. All right, back to Power Nation. So, young man who's going to Jonathan Alex is going right now. He was on the team with us, Frankie Foreman. Frankie graduated here from UNOH. He actually came up here. He had never seen a race before. Got on the motorsports team, started building these 700, 750 horsepower modified motors. Got a lot of great experience. And actually, right out of UNOH, he got the call from Rookie International, and he is now the host of Engine Power on Power Nation TV. Like I said, we've already got pistons going back in. They wasted no time in between the teardown and the rebuild. I'm back here with Bernstein and Dylan Elkins. Dylan, why don't you tell me a little bit about your time here at UNOH and what you do with the motorsports team?
I am currently on the motorsports team. I've been here probably for 4 years. Graduated on motorbike performance, and now currently taking robotics. On the motorsports team, they kind of look at me as the old man, kind of. Because I've been here for so long, so I'm kind of their shop foreman, their manager, head engine guy. So I make sure all the engines are running right, they all perform right, and they all maintain right.
Yeah, absolutely. You do a great job with that.
Who else do we have here?
You got Randy.
Where's Randy?
He's probably still.
Oh, he's at Lima Land.
Thought he was here. Thought I saw him.
Who thinks they had the furthest drive to Lima, Ohio today? How far? Massachusetts. There's got to be somebody who can beat Massachusetts.
What part of Massachusetts? Vermont.
Swanton, Vermont? Oh, that's a hole. I wish I hadn't closed that racetrack down. That was a nice track.
Originally from
I drove like a half a mile.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Who thinks they were the how far you? Right?
my brother.
Who thinks they were the closest to Lima, Ohio today? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Where are you from?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on campus.
Oh, well. So we got one on campus. How many guys do I need that?
It is. You're literally in the middle of it.
Canada, what part of
Canada.
It's Canada.
Okay, yeah, so actually the driver wanted to modify, as you see here, young man named Randy Giroux. He's actually back-to-back US Auto Tech National Champions. He just came back from Tampa where he won $40,000 competing in the US Auto Tech National Championship. He's actually from Niagara Falls. So again, back to it's a unique program and it draws in a lot of people from all across the world. Wow, we've already got a cylinder head going back on back number 1 over there. I can see Alex has switched the glasses down there. We got to cover the back with the glow. Down there, we were getting his eyeballs. So let's quick things over here mention, Brendan and I were team members on the motorsports team. I was the team manager, and Brendan tore up all the equipment that I gave him when he drove. So, Brendan and I had a great night back in 2018, maybe. Brendan was driving that running car that you see.
It's on the other
Yeah,
side.
Over here. And Brendan was a pretty decent little driver. He had it up top, he had it rolling. It was lap 14 out of 15. He was in the lead. And then he stuffed it in the fence. Can everybody go, oh, Brendan stuffed it in the fence. Yeah, and Brendan was leading the race, not ready to win. Goes into turn 1 after taking the white flag and runs right into the wall. The whole crowd was big sigh. And then what's the head coach do? I'm stupid enough, I put it in a modified. We go to Volusia, Florida, the first night. Turn 3, upside down. Yeah. Some people make bad decisions. Anybody from New Hampshire?
Oh, yeah.
Where? Keene. I'm from Hillsborough. Originally, yeah. Been here too long. Yeah, I'm from New Hampshire. Brendan was so good at tearing those modified stock cars out, they put them in a Monster Jam truck. It was only And what did he do on his first debut? Rolled it open.
What you gotta do?
The coach went up to Toledo to watch Brendan's Monster Jam debut.
Check your
The guy
push
gets on
rods
the
and your
microphone,
cups.
they go,
Make sure they're in.
He is Monster Jam debut. He's a graduate of the University of Northwestern Ohio. It's Brendan Rassel in El Toro Loco. And then 11 seconds later, he was on set. And there you see the oil pan's already back on. That's probably the quickest oil change you're ever going to witness. It looks like he's already got all that Lucas oil pumped out of that bottle and down into the liquid valley there. Now that's what we'll start to see the engine come back on real quick here. Looks like we've about got head over here on bank number 1 sport. Now we get to one of the most tedious processes you're going to see today. As these rocker arms get reinstalled, they're going to have to set valve lash. Anybody out here know what valve lash is? So valve lash is the distance from the tip of the valve to the tip of the rocker arm. And we want to make a lot of noise for you folks. We want to have a nice rowdy little motor here, so we put a big old solid roller camshaft in here. That means every time you take this thing apart, they're going to have you set valve lash. So you're going to see here in a minute somebody comes out front here and starts turning this motor over. You want somebody grabs a feeler gauge, a wrench, and an Allen wrench, and sense the distance between those rockers. But they've got to get them on first. Here comes that intake. Brian Bird, you're a current student.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your time here at UNOH and what you want to do after you graduate?
I've had a great time here at UNOH, made a bunch of friends on the team, a bunch of lifelong friends from the motorsports team. So after I graduate here, I'd like to get on an HRA team or engine shop somewhere, so that's the goal.
Yep, so like you said, we've got graduates in NASCAR, IndyCar, NHRA, Monster Jam, Formula Drifts, any and every kind of dirt racing you can imagine. When I moved up here and I told all my friends and family, I said, hey, I'm not going to get a degree in high performance motorsports. all my family says, oh, you're going to be OB on a NASCAR picture? I want to tell them, no, there's so much more to the high performance industry than that. You know, everything from the Fart Can exhaust on a Honda Civic all the way up to the 1471 Root Supercharger on a top fuel dragster. Somebody had to design it, somebody had to build it, somebody had to market it and sell it, somebody has to install it, and somebody has to maintain it. You know, the high performance industry is a very wide industry, and you know, there are a lot of jobs outside of just being on a motorsports team. You know, Brian kind of talked about lifelong friendships there. Brendan, you and Matt got to do something pretty cool with a buddy of ours, you know, not too long ago. You want to talk about Justin?
About Justin's wedding anniversary? So, for you folks that haven't figured this out already, Chance and I have obviously lived together while we were on campus as students. Matt and I actually lived together while we were on campus as students. And we have a great mutual friend of all of ours, and best friend of ours down in Florida, Justin Hamilton. Works for FTI Transmission and Conversion. Builds a lot of the transmissions that you see in Mustang trucks all over the world. So, great for him is he actually just got married a couple years ago. We were actually in the lineup for his wedding and meeting people from all over the world. I never thought I'd have best friends literally in Canada, Sweden, Canada, just being some small town kid from South Dakota. But coming up here and getting the college experience really has opened my whole life up for this kid. He actually just had his second child just the other week. Big parent congratulations for man this time.
Hey, can I borrow a second?
They get scared when I grab the mic. Hey, everybody, make sure while you're here for open house, if you have any questions whatsoever, get them answered. Students, if you want to know the real story, ask any of the kids in any of these race jerseys. They will tell you a straight story on the university, campus life, classes, etc. So be sure, no matter what, before you leave, if you have a question, ask somebody. Myself, Chance, Brendan, any of the representatives that are around, the students, whatever. Make sure you have your questions answered before you head home, because you'll think of them later and go,
Try and look at that push rod, Alex. If you can see it.
Does anybody have any questions in the audience?
Well, that's a good thing, because they're getting ready to wrap this thing up. I see we've already got the valve cover on over here on the right now. Looks like he's, Alex is over there just about finishing on flash. Once they do that, it's going to be a very critical time, because that means it is time to stab that distributor. So that distributor, you know, as you probably know, it's going to distribute spark to all the cylinders. But if you get it wrong, it shoots a big fireball out of the top of that carburetor. We definitely don't want that in here today. It's like we've just got a few rockets left to do. That student back here, there's that distributor, it's already coming into place. You can see the teamwork here. You know, that's one of the things we try to teach here at UNOH. It's not just about knowing how to turn the wrenches. It's about knowing how to work in productive setting. You know, that's why we have employability grades in all of our classes. So you're going to get rated on your attendance. You're going to be rated on.
Chase, make sure that nut's on the right stud. That nut's on the right stud.
You're going to be rated on, you know, how you leave the classroom and the work site after you're done. 18 minutes, no record today, boys. Not too bad for your first time.
It's been like.
Who in the crowd thinks they can get this thing done in under 21 minutes?
Yeah.
No one thinks they can get it done. Right?
I do.
I didn't hear any applause. All right, I see Alex over here setting the last flash. That means they've got to have live communication. Let's make this nice and difficult for them. Give them a big round of applause so they can't communicate well enough. All right, they're going to roll that thing over to the top.
Hey, pre-stage it. Stage it with the
After that, he's going to roll that thing over to the top dead center on the number 1 cylinder. It's going to point that their rotor right at number 1. They're going to crank it over until it drops, and they're going to crank it over one more time to make sure it is in position. Now, the key thing is to make sure the number one cylinder is in top dead center on the compression stroke.
Taking a rock
Not the exhaust stroke.
Caleb,
That's how
Caleb,
we fire all
Caleb.
the carburetors.
If you're not stabbing that, help him with that header. Use this gun right here.
So you can hear some of the more senior members of the team back here, coaching on one. Encourage them, give them some little tips and tricks on how to finish up this motor. And that's also one of the great things about, about the motorsports team and all the classes here at UNOH. Not only do you have, the experienced hands of instructors like Mr. Higgins here, you also got your peers and friends in the classes. When I was a student in high school, I was the guy who was into racing. I'd walk into the classroom on Monday morning. Man, did you see that slider at Kokomo? And everybody looked at me like I had 3 heads and I didn't know what I was talking about. If I come up here to UNOH and I walk into class on Monday morning, I go, "Hey man, did you see that race at Gas City last night?" And my buddy goes, "Oh yeah, man, that slider was crazy. I can't believe you did that." Everybody up here shares the same passion that I do. So, it was interesting to go, from a world where almost nobody was into the same stuff that you worked in, a world where everybody was passionate about the same stuff, right? That really helped me build my career, and we see that distributor, we are getting ready to stab.
That's a Days of Thunder move there. How about that crazy move Ross Chastain did last
Oh yeah, anybody see that move Ross Chastain did at Martinsville this weekend? That was wild. That was a great GameCube move right there. All right, that distributor stab is rolled over. We are just under a minute away from making some noise here in the UNOH Motorsports shop.
Keep up the good work.
Round of applause to cheer on.
Come on, boys, let's go.
See, we got a header on back two already. Alex is over here trying to put those plug wires on. He looks a little slippery, like he's struggling with that. I can't imagine why.
And the Disney didn't do. You got the wrench and the screwdriver out there. Right here. Paul.
Here they come with that last header. We've got plug wires on. Coach is back here checking over that distributor, making sure everything's right, making sure we don't send a little race gas in the wrong direction this afternoon.
That wouldn't be good.
Well, it's clocked.
Looks like they just have to reattach the battery and
One job before you move on to the next. Move your fingers.
then show them with this here distributor.
I mean, that's 15 flash.
As they line up that barcode distributor, that is the only thing holding us back from making some noise in this UNOH Motorsports shop. They connect the ground wire on that battery. Moment of truth.